To be able to postpone.
Well, I want to make sure. Are you positive?
Yeah, I'm confident.
Welcome to Bench Scope USA.
It's a terrible thing. Jacob Michael Douglas, 24B1470488. E, C, 24B1470758, and B. Report your name.
Thank you, Judge. Attorney Thomas Court, P77177, appearing on behalf of the defendant.
All right. Mr. Douglas, an officer, your name?
Good morning, Jacob Douglas here. Good morning, Detective Knowles, Markdown, so quick.
Good morning, Detective. Hope you're well. So I have an OWI. I have a leave the scene. I have no ops. And the defendant doesn't like to show up. And then I have a driving an unregistered vehicle. All from 23. I don't know what he was thinking. And then we also have a show cause from civil infraction he didn't show up for. So does he stand mute, wait for a reading on these?
Yes, Judge.
I'll enter not guilty pleas on all of these. I'm going to give you a new court date, but before that, I'm going to just give me a minute here. Does he live in Brownstown, Counsel?
Well, the best of my understanding, Judge, I apologize. I've only been retained on this matter today, a couple hours ago.
Is that where you live, Mr. Douglas?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. What do you want to say on bond, Counsel?
Thank you so much, Judge. I understand what I anticipate the court's concern, obviously, of not showing. From what I've been able to piece together, I'm told he was in jail, and that's why he initially missed those. And I also understand it's still not an excuse to not take care of those. However, I will say I do have some faith that he will appear in court, Judge, because he had appeared with me, I believe, after these for a serious felony downtown, at which point he made all of his court appearances. I believe he was placed on probation, and I haven't heard from him again since then, so it's my understanding that would mean that he's successfully completing his probation, Judge. So hopefully he's reforming. He's a very young man, especially if this was back in 23. He would have been even younger. I think he's in his early 20s, Judge. And so I would ask the court, even though I know it would normally not be the case, to consider a personal bond. I believe he has a young child, and I do anticipate that he'll be appearing back in court to take care of these matters because he had done so on a more serious matter, Judge.
Detective, tell me what his record's like, please. He's got some assaulted crimes, it looks like. 22.
Yes.
Felonious assault. No drunk. No drunk driving.
No.
What was the breathalyzer or blood result here, allegedly? Why weren't you showing up on this, Mr. Douglas?
Well, I had moved for a while and I left my years and I was incarcerated for a while.
How long?
Two a couple of months.
Well, this has been 2 years since you were issued. The citation was from October 6th, 23, at least, what's that, 2.5 years ago? Where are you at?
To my understanding, they didn't issue a warrant until 2024. So I wasn't in jail until 2024 for this. I believe it's around the time.
Yeah, well, you had an obligation to come in here. You can't do this. What's your new address?
I just moved back in with my grandmother Brownstone, 23745 Cedar Drive.
5,010%. You got to show up in court, sir. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law. You must appear in court as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs, no contact with prosecution witnesses. I want you to go in NA at least one time a week. I will give you the earliest court date unless you tell me you're going to post it. I have an April 22nd court date I can give you, or I have May 6th. If you're going to be able to post a bond, I can give you May 6th. If you're not, I'm going to give you April 22nd. You tell me.
I should be able to postpone to.
Well, I want to make sure, are you positive?
Yeah, I'm positive, yeah.
Then I'll give you May the 6th at 9:45. Just know that if you can't post the bond, you're gonna be sitting in there for 60 days. So speak now or forever hold your peace. If you're not positive, I'll be glad to I'll be glad to make it to 22nd.
I understand.
Still want the 6th?
Yes, yeah.
All right. Gotta show up though. Can't be doing this. Good luck. You knew about this. You're not kidding me. Have a good day. Thank you, Mr. Courts. Thank you, Detective. Todd Rutherford versus Anthony McCall. Do I have this? Says I did not receive the summons or complaint. I found it in my yard on September 26th after work. Is that what you're saying, or April 26th?
Bringing the traffic to my yard.
September 26th.
He says actually,
Monday.
he said April 26th, but he filed this motion on April 16th. So I think he's a bit confused. I think he means March 26th. However, regardless, if he would have gotten it on March 26th, he would have had 10 days to do something about it, but he failed to appear on April 6th, Judge. So I am asking that you deny his motion. He's also stating that the,
Wait,
sorry.
wait one second. What date did you find it in the yard?
Monday, so I was supposed to be here on Monday, but yeah. No. And it was held to find those on work. That's why.
Wait a minute. Slow down. Today's the 20th. Did you come in here on the 13th? All right. Today is April 20th. This is a Monday. April 13th was a Monday. Are you saying you received it April 13th?
Yes.
April 13th. Why'd you wait until the 16th to come in here and file your motion? That was on Thursday.
You know what to do in that circumstance. So I called the lawyer, told me what to do. Because I called her the day after it was young, and that's all.
Listen, you're just prolonging the inevitable, don't you think? This is a termination of tenancy following mortgage foreclosure, right?
Yeah, they're just telling and stuff like everybody.
And Judge, what he's saying and what he's written in his motion is not a defense to the summary proceedings. He's asking the court to saying the foreclosure was improper. However, the redemption period has expired at this point. That's not a tribal issue as to a summary proceedings following the mortgage foreclosure.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, proceedings also aren't the law.
Hang on.
Contract law.
Okay, come on.
Sorry to be so long. I got told. I was on the road truck. I didn't even know what the stuff's going on.
Stay at mortgage.
It was on work out there.
Your Honor, foreclosure sale took place on September 4th of 2025. His redemption period expired in March. An action to set aside a foreclosure sale is not a district court action. He would have had to have done that before the redemption period expired. It has now been well over 30 days since the foreclosure sale and redemption period has expired, Judge.
I'm sorry. I feel bad when people can't pay their mortgage and they get foreclosed on. I really do.
Let me try to work something out with that.
Not being very responsible.
So I lost my job going in there. And you remember becoming 30 for a tour guide? I had beer gun.
And look,
And you see a lot of people. That chase sat me down and wasn't able to leave the state. I started to go bankrupt. And I left the state with a little bit of money applied to try and make it. I go down around the state. And I came back, I get a little bit of money, and I was under the assumption that, it was a whole different bid, because I did not get the proper receipts from the actual, lender, not the, referring them as, the people that took over the house, actually Fifth Third. So I explained my case the other day, and I had been told that when they called me, I think it was like the day after the actual day closed, I had just paid off $7,000 truck.
let's slow down. I can't do anything for you. I wish I could.
I don't understand that. They want to pay off $7,000 truck. How they didn't have money.
Listen, you gotta grow up. Huh? You have to grow. I mean, are you really telling me you have the money to redeem the property? I don't, please.
Yeah, I have.
Stop. That's something you needed to fight in the circuit court. She's right. This is just a process to have you leave the property because the redemption period expired. And the redemption period's expired. There's nothing I can do. If you're being that,
I was.
well,
Christmas is fun. Old man.
sir, I wish I could help you. I can't. Motion to set aside default judgment denied. Counsel, did you already submit your application for a writ? Wait a minute, Mr. Hurst.
Let me see, Judge. I'm checking.
I'm not seeing one on our end.
I don't see that we filed it yet, Judge, no.
Send me the order. Do I have an order in here? Jennifer, just make sure you can. Let me see. I got.
You need
I don't have an order. Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't have an order attached to the motion. Would you prepare one, Jennifer? To get out of there. I don't know what to tell you. Your writ date was 4 days ago. I don't know what to tell you. Ms. Zannon, send me an order. Hang on, Mr. Hurst. Send me an order. Yeah. Denying the default judgment and,
Okay.
and extending the writ. You haven't submitted a writ yet, so writ date extended until April 27th, and then you can submit it the 27th, and I'll sign it. You got a week to get out of there.
Thank you,
That's
Judge.
it. Good luck. Thank you very much, Ms. Zannon. Good morning. Your name? Your name, Mr. McCoy?
Anthony McCoy.
Was he living with you? Was that?
He's still in, so. Old high school friend. He had a place to stay. I told him to stay for a while. He had a shop. He worked hard in the shop. So they could his farming, so. About $300. He spent at least 9 months. He had work. I think he has to look for a job. Pretty sure he has. Like, he talking to a friend of mine saying, you know, yes, I look for a job. See, this on Facebook and us, so I try to get see that. We can't find the company since I live in the state of Philly for nothing. Your Honor, he's caught me in like I'm paying utilities.
Hang on. Mr. McCoy, did you listen to the rights and you understand them? Any
Yeah.
basis for you to remain in the property?
I have no place to stay. I've been trying for 2 months since he told me that he wanted me out.
Why
I
aren't you
reached out.
working, Mr. McCoy? Are you disabled?
I'm currently trying to get SSDI. I have 2 heart conditions, and Mr. Rutherford's well aware of that. He's taken me to the ER twice, where I stayed for over a week each time, to where the doctors told me I was on the verge of having either a stroke or a heart attack. And I've got a deferral from my cardiologist to not participate in work requirements for SNAP benefits.
Jennifer, the notice to quit, I don't have in my, oh, yes, I do. He told you that on February 20th, you had to get out by March 30th. This is April 20th. Why aren't you taking steps?
I have been taking steps. I contacted Wayne Metropolitan.
Your Honor, I told him before.
Wait a minute, I lost him. I can't. Looks like he's lost or frozen.
HHS. That's trying to get.
Wait a minute, Mr. McCoy. Wait a minute, Mr. McCoy. You froze. I asked, the last thing I said is, why aren't you taking steps? You said, I am taking steps, and then you froze. Would you continue your statement?
I am taking steps. I called 211. They gave me information to call Wayne Metropolitan Community Organization, I think it is. And I called them and they said their funds froze and I've applied for SSDI. I applied for
Yeah, but he
cash
doesn't
assistance
have anything to do with that, sir. He's just asking you to get out. It sounds like he just let you stay there for free. You didn't have a written lease. Is that true? So I'm gonna say
Yes.
that as far as I'm concerned, he was doing this out of the goodness of his heart. At worst, best case scenario from your standpoint, it was month to month, and he gave you 40 days notice. I don't know what I can do for you, sir. I really don't. Is there anything else you want to say?
Uh, that's it. I've been trying. I've even looked job and I've even saying that to him, but he doesn't seem to remember things like that when I talk to him about it.
I think I'm going to go ahead and enter a judgment. I'm going to indicate this after hearing. I think you should get out of there as soon as you can, no later than April the 30th. If he hasn't vacated by the 30th, you come up here on May 1, submit an application for a writ, and I'll make sure they go out real quick and get him out of there, okay? Good luck to you, Mr. McCoy. I'm sorry. Good luck, really. Thank you. Concord Consumer
Thank you.
Housing versus Kelly Tech at 2601496.
Your Honor, Mr. Mayers is not quite in yet. He called, he was going to be a few minutes late, and I don't have either defendants yet on those two.
Back on this Deerfield versus Emilio Castillo, 2600528.
Morning again, Sheriff Levine for the plaintiff.
Mr. Castillo, your name. All right, so now again, I'm going to take testimony. Now I want the record to reflect that in front of me. Mr. Levine, he also has equity in this. I mean, I've got a heart. I just want you to know he's got equity according to him. I remember covering that with determination of tenancy. And I'm not condoning somebody being late, but I don't know why in the world, unless he just wants to make an issue with this and make me think, why he would go and get money orders on the 12th, and I've got them. 900, 1,000, that's 19 plus 400, that's 23 plus 4, wait a minute. 1,000, 1,900, 900, 1,000, that's 29 plus the 4 is 33.
Your Honor, there's a difference of opinion on the equity, but if he does have equity like he says he has, he can take that home with him when he leaves. It's his home to take with him when he leaves, and if he thinks it has
Listen to
equity,
your witnesses. I'm not going to prevent them from testifying.
thank you.
But if they got it on the 14th, I want everybody to know that. Who do you want to testify first?
Start with the property manager.
And your name again, ma'am?
My name's Dawn Epot.
And you are the property manager, correct?
Yes.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm and the penalties of perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got.
Yes.
Still, you can have a seat there if you want, or you can stand, whatever you prefer. Go ahead, Mr. Levine.
Thank you. CPOTS, what is your position with Deerfield Estates?
I'm the community manager.
As a community manager, are you familiar with Mr. Castillo's payment history?
Yes.
And do you handle the deposits from the Dropbox?
It's either me or my assistant, Ebony.
Is that who's sitting behind you?
Yes.
On the morning of Monday, April 13th, did you handle the deposits out of the Dropbox with Ebony?
I did not that day.
I was with Richard.
Ebony did the deposit.
Ebony did the deposit. And did you do the deposit that afternoon? Did you review what was in the Dropbox that afternoon?
Yes.
Yes. Did you review what was in the Dropbox the morning of Tuesday, April 14th?
Yes.
When did Mr. Castillo's payment totaling $3,300 appear in the Dropbox?
That would be Ebony. We both checked.
You both checked. You didn't.
On the 13th.
It would,
Get that?
Ebony checked it on the 14th.
Right. So why am I hearing from her? Did you review? Okay, Ebony acquired the payments out of the Dropbox on the morning of the 13th. Did you look at them later in the day to see who had paid?
Yeah, I checked it throughout the day.
Hang on, your name again.
My name is Ebony Riley.
And spell your last name. I didn't catch that.
Yes, my last name is Riley.
Riley, okay. I'm sorry. Raise your right hand, Ms. Riley. Solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury the testimony you've given these proceedings will be the whole true self you got.
Yes,
Did you go to the Dropbox on the 13th, morning of the 13th?
I did.
What time?
I get here around 9 o'clock.
How many payments were in the Dropbox the morning of the 13th, which was a Monday, by the way, right?
Yeah, Monday. The morning is probably, I think it's about 2 or 3 on Monday morning.
If somebody puts their payment in the Dropbox on 12th, nobody would be there to pick it up until the 13th. Is that true or false?
True.
So when you went into the Dropbox on the 13th, how many payments were in there?
2 or 3. I don't remember exactly, but it wasn't that many.
What did you do with those?
When I get them, I look at them, I open them, and then I deposit them into the person's account.
Was there a payment from Mr. Castillo in there on the morning of the 13th?
No, there wasn't.
And again, what time did you check that at?
I get in at 9, so probably right when I come in between 9:05.
All right, who checked the box on the 14th? Was it you, Ms. Riley?
Yes, it was.
What time?
I checked it around 9 o'clock again.
Was there a payment in there from Mr. Castillo on the 14th?
Yes, there was.
And how many days do you check the Dropbox?
I'll check it every day because it's in my room.
I know, but how many times do you check it?
I'm gonna check it throughout the day because I see when people come up and when they drop it, so I just grab it, or just throughout the day just look to see if something had fell into the Dropbox.
Do you remember whether or not you checked the Dropbox more than once, that being at around 9 o'clock in the morning on April 13th?
I check it throughout the day, so yeah, more than once.
How many times? Well, I'm asking, did you check it? Do you specifically remember checking it last Monday, April the 13th, after 9 a.m.?
Yeah, between 9:05, yes.
Listen to my question.
Okay.
Do you specifically remember checking it after 9:09 or 9:05 a.m. on April 13th?
Yes.
Can you tell me what times you also checked the Dropbox on April the 13th after 9 or 9:05 a.m.?
Don't have like times, but it's just throughout the day.
How many times throughout the day?
Multiple times, maybe 5, 6.
And you have no reason to dispute that his payment was in there the morning of the 14th.
His payment was in there on the morning of the 14th.
When is the last time that somebody checked the Dropbox on the 13th?
I check it on.
Or that you did. When is the last time you checked the Dropbox, if you remember, on April 13th?
It'll be 5 o'clock. We close at 5, so I check it before we leave out.
Ms. Ebach, what time did you last check it? On the 13th?
We knew Mr. Castillo's deadline was the 13th, so I checked it also. And I stay after 5, and I checked it before I left.
What time did you leave?
I usually leave anywhere between 5:15 and 5:40.
All right. And so if you put it in there after 5:15 or 5:40, what time would that have been discovered?
The next day.
Right. Can anybody swear under oath that he didn't drop it in the Dropbox on the 13th?
But he didn't.
That he did not. It was in there the morning of the 14th. Right?
Yeah.
Can anybody testify under oath, whether it's Mr. Winkleman, Ms. Ebach, or Ms. Riley, that can testify that it definitely was not in the Dropbox after 5:30 or 5:40 or 6 o'clock on Monday, April 13th?
it would be after the close of business, Your Honor, if there would be nobody there.
Well, I know, but what if you put it in there on the 13th? Would that mean that it was not effectively presented on or before the 13th?
I mean, my response to that is, why did he take so long? And he told us he did on the 13th in the morning. His testimony to the report was that he did it that morning. He didn't say he did it in the afternoon. He didn't say he did it after hours. He didn't say he did it at 6 o'clock after they left. He said he did it that morning. And the testimony you heard under oath was that that payment was not in the morning, and it was not in when they closed, and they even stayed late. So
You're under oath.
statements.
I'm going to swear you in, if I haven't already. If you solemnly swear to affirm the testimony you'll give in these proceedings with the whole true self you got. Now listen to me. You are under oath. That's serious. You understand that? You told me in court, not under oath, you were going to go and pay the whole thing and that you had the whole thing on the date that you were last in the courthouse. Didn't you? That wasn't truthful, was it? But you chose to tell me that you had the full amount to pay. True? And in fact, I think if I went back and listened to tape, the time before that, and it could have been in conjunction with the termination of tenancy action, you told me you had the money to pay in full. Did you or did you not? Times you put this money in the Dropbox. What day? Sorry. 7 o'clock. You guys the Dropbox? Yeah. And you put in 3,300, correct? 33.59. Why didn't you pay 33.59? My understanding was 33. I was wrong. I didn't know that. Yeah, it was out of work. So, all right, hang on. Mr. Levine, I'm gonna let you ask him any questions you want.
Yes. Did anybody witness you, Mr. Castillo, putting the money in the Dropbox?
There were no human witnesses. As I informed them that the scanner pointed towards the Dropbox. There's nothing clearly in there at the time before I was informed of digging out of it.
I'm not sure what the camera was. So nobody saw you put the money in the Dropbox.
You've only been the security folks.
Do you typically pay by remitting payments in the Dropbox, or you take them into the office?
I typically remit those to the Dropbox.
You ever get a receipt for these payments?
Only if I'm able to drop them off in person, there are receipts.
Wouldn't you think that something this crucial facing eviction would warrant a receipt to go into the office?
Start time, the judgments, and I should have. Yes.
So it's your testimony that you dropped these money orders in the Dropbox on Monday, April. I have nothing further, but I have one rebuttal witness who was there the morning of the 3rd.
Who do you want to testify?
Richard Winkleman.
Mr. Winkleman, tell me your name, please.
Richard Winkleman.
I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirming the penalties of perjury, the testimony you give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got.
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Winkleman, please state your position with Deerfield Estates.
I'm the Director of Community Operations.
And how long have you held this position?
Over 11 years.
How long have you worked in the manufactured housing industry?
Over 30 years.
Were you present at the Deerfield Estates office the morning of April 13th?
I was.
Were you there when your office staff did the deposit from the Dropbox?
I was there when they checked the Dropbox, yes.
When they checked the Dropbox. Was Mr. Castillo's payment in the community Dropbox on Monday, April 13th, when you were there?
No, it was not.
Well, that's based strictly on what the employees told you, right? Either Ms. Epoch or Ms. Riley. You didn't actually physically check it, correct?
I was there when the envelopes came out of the Dropbox and there was no payment from Mr. Castillo.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Levine.
Nothing further.
Do you have any questions that you want to ask any of these witnesses?
Nothing that would change the outcome.
I don't know what that means.
My questions. I was still don't know if they would give me the remaining amount and would fix the situation on 14th and questioning out with you speak to our lawyers.
In
Any
response,
argument?
just briefly in response, Mr. Castillo has participated in this case. He was aware of the amount, and there's a judgment that was entered that reflected that amount in writing, with the court finding the exact amount paid and the deadline to pay it. We're asking the court to enter the ordinance and authorize the.
Anything? So far, why cameras don't work, going towards the Dropbox, that is directly we stolen out there lost at least.
Is it a lockbox, Ms. Epoch?
It's just like a little drop box. When you put it in, it goes straight to the floor into a box. There's no lock.
Why are you saying that some money's been stolen?
No, it had gone before, during the time I lived there, money was stolen, so I was curious why the cameras didn't work, to show that I was there that
Were money orders stolen before?
I've only been here for 6 years, so not in my time.
Look, I don't know why somebody would go and get, and I'm not accusing anybody of lying here. Let me be clear about that. I don't know, but I don't know why somebody would go and get money orders on the 12th and not put them in the box until the morning of the 14th. It doesn't make any sense. I've got the receipts right here. Clearly got them on the 12th. How far are you from the office?
I left me my 99 first.
So it doesn't make any sense. I know he's $59 short. I'm denying the motion, or I'm granting his motion to stay the proceeding. I'm to find that the judgment has been satisfied. So I'm sorry. So the motion to stay execution and writ of eviction is granted. Motion to stay execution and execution of writ of eviction, I should say, is granted. Judgment deemed satisfied. He has paid the other $59, right?
No, he has not, and he still has the money. So the judgment's certainly not satisfied.
I'm going to hand you back all of your sheets here, all of your property. I do want to make copies, Jennifer, please, of the money order receipts. I'm going to hand him the money orders right now. You are to pay, and the order, Jennifer, prepare an order. The motion to stay execution writ is granted. Defendant has paid $3,300. The remaining judgment amount shall be paid by 4 p.m. today. By 4 p.m. today. Do you understand that?
Your Honor, he still has the 3,300 though. We're not physically in court with him, so he needs to remit all of it, because we don't have any of it.
Oh, because you returned it, right? Because they returned it?
Yes, because it
Yeah.
was late.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, you're right. My apologies. Motion to stay execution writ is granted. All monies due pursuant to the all monies are pursuant to the judgment. I don't know what date it was entered. I don't have that in front of me. Are due by 4 p.m. today. And you are to go in there and you are to get a receipt for payment. Do you understand that? I'm handing everything back to you. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Yes.
Is that it for today, or do I have something?